Olá, queridos, canal Apocalipse Final dos Tempos, 17 de novembro de 2020, 19 horas e 36 minutos. Queridos, nesse vídeo eu vou apresentar mais um sonho do pastor Dana. Esse aqui é o canal dele mesmo. E ele teve um sonho com Benjamim Franklin, dia 16 de novembro. Ok, então eu vou apresentar a tradução do Google Tradutor. E aí, no primeiro comentário, eu vou colocar um resumo do sonho e também vou colocar alguma interpretação que eu tive. Eu gostaria muito que os irmãos também deixassem o seu entendimento sobre o sonho para que nós possamos crescer uns com os outros e ter um entendimento melhor. Ok, queridos? Então vamos ao vídeo.
Hey, you're going to go into the second dream I had. Some people may say, why'd you change your shirt? There's a lot of people looking at the past videos and saying, okay, what color was the shirt when you did this and that? Once again, my friend Jay has helped me to get some branding up so we can actually know what's going on, when the dream was, when I had it. Simply doing that for clarity and things like that. Once again, it's a historical dream. I've had several. There's one dream that I've not released. I'm going to be sharing, working with Cherie Goff this coming Thursday to share it, put it out there. Goes back to one I had in September about ships in Normandy. And once again, prayer is the focus of it. And I do believe that one of the reasons God has given me the dreams is to call the church back to prayer, to call the church out to get ready in the times in which we live. And that's what it's about. So here's the dream that I had. This is the dream that I had on November 16th, 2020. It features Benjamin Franklin. I saw Benjamin Franklin outside at night, flying a kite among very stormy skies, lightning in the background, strong winds, and a very, very light rain. But the kite was an American flag, and that American flag seemed to be covered in a type of oil, or at least it had like a greasy sheen on it. At the end of the kite was a globe, small globe, attached to a chain, almost like a keychain you would have, okay? So hanging off of the flag, off the kite, wasn't a key like Benjamin Franklin used when he first did his search for electricity and things like that, and how light what was in lightning. It was just a globe attached to a chain at the end of the kite. Franklin was holding the kite very steady in the rain. He was watching the lightning around him with very wide open eyes. He was paying attention where the lightning was, obviously anticipating a strike on something. Suddenly his hand appears out of the heavens, and it grabs the flag and it squeezes. The hand squeezes around the flag in a very rough manner. It's just like this, grabbing and squeezing, almost violently. And the globe was hanging like underneath his hand. You couldn't see the flag in the hand of God who was squeezing the flag, but there was a chain running out and down, and the globe was hanging in. And so as the hand was squeezing, the globe was shaking. That globe was hanging in his hand, and flowing out of that squeezed hand was that mix of like oil and water. It was a sheen. It was just like a sheen you would see on an ocean if there's been an oil spill on a body of water. And as it squeezed out of the hand, the big hand, it just kind of rolled over the globe and fell back to the earth. And the rain and the lightning behind it was illuminating. It was like something. It was like oil was coming from heaven instead of rain because of the sheen that was on the flag. The hand kept squeezing, rolling back and forth like this. Squeezing and rolling back and forth with the flag inside. There was sifting going on inside that hand. You could hear things like shifting and sorting and moving in the hand. And then the rain stopped, and the hand opened up to reveal several large, and I do mean large, diamonds. There were large chunks of what appeared to be coal. That's what it looked like to me, large chunks of coal. But there was also a lot of trash in that palm, almost like it almost was covering the diamonds. And then God reached down and just went with his hand, with his breath, and a lot of that trash just went flying away from his hand, and the only thing left in his hand was the diamond and the coals. And then he lowered his hand to the earth, and he rolled out the items in his hand. And the diamonds were about the size of vehicles, and the coal pieces were about the size of large boulders. The coal was not as big as the diamonds. And they were each laying on this beautiful, green, luscious, healthy-looking grass. And the diamonds, they were shining in their brilliance. It was still night. It was still night. It wasn't daytime now. It was still night. The rain had stopped. It was still dark. But the coal had no shimmer, had no glory about it. It just stood out, though, in great contrast to the diamonds. But you could see that they'd been squeezed, but had not made the cut in the diamonds. So there was you could see the intention. This coal had been pushed as well, had been squeezed. And Franklin was standing there admiring the scene, and he solemnly said, just very clearly, "I guess we are no longer a republic." And the Father spoke and said, "No, it's mine now. No, it's mine now, as is the whole earth." And Franklin asked, he said, where did the globe go that was attached to the flag? And the Father spoke and he said, "It's still being pressured for now, but will be released in good time." And then he said, "Franklin, keep your glasses on, your eyes sharp, and stay committed to the captain." This dream gave me some hope. We know that eventually there's going to be some Antichrist work going on. The spirit of Antichrist is already here, according to 1 John. Several items continue to appear in my dreams: the American flag, historical figures, the kind of nation that we were at times. But once again, when Franklin said, "I guess we're no longer a republic," the Father's voice stated clearly, "No, it's mine now, as is the whole earth." And Franklin asked where the globe was that had been attached to the flag, and the Father said, "It's still being pressured for now." And that was the words he used, pressured for now. But it will be released in good time. Keep your glasses on, your eyes sharp, and stay committed to the captain. So, I'm just sharing the dreams. I know there's a lot of people who have some ideas and thoughts about what's happening with the dreams that I've had, things in Washington. The data dream is being referenced to me quite a bit, almost on a daily basis. And I appreciate that people are looking at that and thinking about that and trying to figure out things. I am getting every day hundreds and hundreds of emails. If there's a news item that relates to the dreams, I will get several of those. The other night, fireworks were kind of thrown at some Trump supporters in Washington, D.C., and so I had people sending me that by the hundreds, and the comment was, I had seen fire in Washington, D.C., and so, could that be? Maybe, I don't know, but I know the headline was pretty strong. And one thing I do know I am seeing is headlines. We're not seeing necessarily lines at the hospitals, but we are seeing a huge outbreak. According to the media, we're seeing a huge uptick in COVID cases and things like that. And I'm not trying to justify things I've seen. Folks, take the dreams I've had and pray about them. I'm not trying to do anything with these. I feel like I'm supposed to share these dreams, and trust the Lord will help you to understand what they mean. I'm working with other people to do interpretations. I think my I bought property here and there, and now these things aren't happening. And I never told people to do anything. I gave 3 recommendations, and that was get some storable food, buy guns and ammo, which every election year, those things are going to be hard to get, and you can't buy ammo or guns right now. So you can say what you want about that one. Also encourage people to get, silver or gold. Because I don't think anybody who's even watching right now has absolute confidence in the American dollar. And when you've got Trudeau and Schwab encouraging people, being thankful that all these COVID lockdowns and this and that has made it possible for a great reset. And those are the words they're using. I shared in my prayer time this morning that there was an MP in Great Britain from the UK who basically said, as vaccines come, we should basically make sure that if you don't get a vaccine, you can't work. Now that's tyranny, and that's also the spirit of Antichrist at work in our country right now. So just pray about the dreams. Do with them what you want. You can say whatever you want to say, and believe me, I've been called all sorts of names. I've had all sorts of threats and everything else. But I'm going to continue to share what God shows me. I'm not going to apologize for loving this country. I'm not going to apologize for calling myself a patriot. I've been in enough places and been to enough places around the world, and have understood and studied communism and socialism enough to know that I don't want that here. I don't think anybody in their right mind wants that there. And you can take that statement any way you want to. Anyone in their right mind would not want communism or socialism in any sense in this country. If you don't believe me, talk to people in Venezuela who are out. Talk to the people who are Holocaust survivors. Talk to people who lived in Russia and Poland and Albania and some of those nations and spent centuries under communist and socialistic rule. So once again, you can do with the dreams what you want to do with them. But I just felt I was supposed to get them out there. So thanks for listening.